In a world where civilizations rose and vanished like footsteps in sand, there remains one monument that refused to disappear. A circle of colossal stones resting on the windswept plains of Salisbury, untouched by kings, storms, wars, and centuries. Stonehenge. For over 5,000 years, its silent pillars have watched empires rise, religions shift, and time reshape the world. Yet the stones remain unbroken, aligned with the sun, echoing a language no one alive now can speak. Who placed these stones here? Why does the sun greet this circle with such mathematical precision on the longest day of the year? Was it a calendar of the heavens, a temple of druids, a portal of life and death, or something far beyond our imagination? Today, we return to the ancient land, to the breath of wind over old grass, to the echoes of forgotten chants, and to a mystery older than writing, older than kingdoms, older than history itself. This is Stonehenge, the monument that still refuses to tell its secret. In the quiet plains of Salisbury, where winds whistle through the open green fields and the horizon stretches like an untouched canvas, stands one of the most mysterious monuments ever created by human hands. Stonehenge, a ring of gigantic megalithic stones, a silent witness of over 5,000 years, a structure that has endured empires, kings, wars, civilizations, and time itself. Every stone here has a voice, every aligned shadow carries a purpose, and every sunrise tells a forgotten story. Stonehenge is not just a collection of rocks, it is a coded message left by ancestors long before history even began writing itself. Archaeologists date this monument to between 3000 and 2000 BCE, deep in the Neolithic era, when tools were primitive, wheels barely existed in Britain, and societies were still learning agriculture. And yet, someone, or perhaps several civilizations over time, carried stones weighing up to 25 tons, some from over 200 kilometers away, and raised them with engineering accuracy that still baffles modern architects. Imagine those ancient builders. No metal cranes, no trucks, no computers, no engineering tools, and no mathematics textbooks. And yet the stones are placed in a perfect circular arrangement, aligned with the movements of the sun and the turning of the seasons. At dawn on the summer solstice, when the first ray of sunlight touches the horizon, it enters straight through the heel stone and hits perfectly into the heart of the stone circle, marking the longest day of the year. At winter solstice, the sunset repeats the miracle. This precision was not accidental. This was intentional. It was astronomy, geometry, ritual, and belief all united into colossal limestone and bluestone pillars. Some researchers believe Stonehenge was a celestial observatory, a calendar in stone, designed to track the sun, moon, eclipse cycles, and agricultural seasons. Others think it was a healing sanctuary, where the sick traveled from distant lands to be blessed by stones that were believed to hold magical powers. Legends tell of Merlin, the wizard of King Arthur, who commanded giants to lift these stones and place them here, transferring them from Ireland to England. Myth or not, the mystery remains part of Stonehenge's eternal identity. When you walk across the grass, listening to the wind whispering through the monoliths, you can feel a quiet weight, a presence, something ancient watching silently. These stones are more than slabs. They are guardians, keepers of secrets. Archaeological digs have revealed human remains buried near the stone circle, suggesting that Stonehenge was also a sacred burial site. Cremated bones date back thousands of years. Perhaps rulers, priests, astronomers, or tribes considered sacred were laid to rest in this holy ring of stone. The alignment with celestial movements isn't limited to solstices alone. Studies show that several inner formations align with lunar cycles too, especially the complex 18.6-year lunar standstill. No civilization of that era should have been capable of such astronomical calculation, and yet they were. So the question arises, who taught them? Who measured the skies, recorded star patterns, tracked solstices and equinoxes, and then preserved those calculations in stone? Was it mere observation? Or guidance from something or someone? Over the centuries, Stonehenge expanded. It was not built in a single construction phase. Generations changed it, improved it, added stones, removed some, realigned others. Each group left a signature. Each group obeyed what the stones demanded. In the center once stood wooden posts, forming a different structure before the stones replaced them. And around the outer ditch, human bones, animal sacrifice remains, and ceremonial artifacts show that Stonehenge was an active ritual center, not an abandoned monument. Picture the scene thousands of years ago. At dawn, Druid priests dressed in white robes, holding branches of sacred mistletoe, chanting hymns under the rising sun. Fires lit, smoke rising, music echoing in the distance, tribes gathered from miles around. The air heavy with incense, drums beating slowly, and then silence, as the sun crossed the exact point and entered the heart of the stones. That silence must have felt like contact with the divine. Some historians argue that Stonehenge was a doorway to the afterlife, a gate between living and dead, earth and heavens. The sun, the giver of life, was the clock, and Stonehenge was its cathedral. Another theory suggests Stonehenge marks a mystical energy line, a ley line intersection where Earth's magnetic energy meets and forms a spiritual vortex. Whether scientific or spiritual, visitors feel a strange pull here, as if the stones are alive. Not far from Stonehenge lies another monumental landscape: Durrington Walls, Woodhenge, burial mounds, and ancient pathways connecting them all. These structures indicate that Stonehenge was part of a massive ritual landscape, not a standalone monument. Ceremonies of life may have occurred in Woodhenge, made of timber, representing life, while stone, everlasting and unchanging, represented eternity and death. This duality, wood and stone, life and death, sunrise and sunset, creation and departure, all coexist here. Time changed, kingdoms rose and fell, religions evolved, and science was born, but Stonehenge remained, unshaken, a silent observer of humanity's transformation. Romans passed, Saxons ruled, Vikings invaded, the Industrial Revolution roared, but nothing moved the stones. Today, thousands gather every solstice to witness the same sunrise that Neolithic priests must have watched, awed by the cosmic alignment. People come dressed as druids, sages, star watchers, and spiritual believers. Some come for celebration, others for meditation, and when the sun casts its golden light across the ancient blocks, all stand silent again, united by a moment older than history. Stonehenge is still a puzzle. Its purpose remains uncertain. A calendar, a burial ground, a healing center, a temple, an observatory, or something beyond human understanding. Yet the truth may be simpler. Stonehenge was not just created to mark time, it was created to give humans a place within it. To feel part of the cycle of sun and moon, birth and death, light and shadow, beginning and end. The stones do not speak, yet they echo. They do not move, yet they guide. They do not breathe, yet they live. And as long as wind touches them, as long as sun circles above them, and as long as humans wonder, Stonehenge will endure not as a question needing answers, but as a reminder of humanity's eternal search for meaning. Through ages, the stones have carried silence, but not emptiness. They carry memory. They carry time. They carry the ancient heartbeat of civilization itself. And though we may never fully understand who built them, why they aligned them, or how such precision was achieved, the mystery is exactly what protects Stonehenge's immortality. It stands today as it always has, unmoved, unwavering, unbroken. A monument not to knowledge, but to wonder. A circle not of stone, but of legacy. A connection not just to the past, but to everything that ever touched the earth, the skies, and the stars. Stonehenge is not just history. It is existence. It is time turned into stone. The stones now stand in silence again, the sun behind them sinking low, shadows stretching across the eternal circle. Thousands of years have passed, yet no answer has ever broken through their ancient calm. Was Stonehenge a code written in stone? A prayer to the stars? A doorway between the living and the dead? Or simply a reminder that time does not belong to us? We belong to time? Civilizations changed, beliefs transformed, empires collapsed, and the world moved on. But Stonehenge stayed, still aligned, still watching, still waiting. Perhaps the mystery is the message. Perhaps humans were never meant to solve it, only to stand in awe of it. As we leave this sacred land behind, the stones remain, guardians of a truth buried beneath centuries, dust, and stars. Stonehenge does not ask to be understood, only remembered. Thank you for watching. If you felt the past breathe in these stones, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us again as we travel deeper into the world's ancient wonders, one forgotten mystery at a time.